First of all, I want to thank DWIS team for inviting me here as a slammer. Now, bioplastics on hand and potentials. As you all know about plastic, what is plastic? That is petroleum-based plastic. It has tremendous application because of its easy processing, enormous range of possible structure, cost effectiveness, durability, and impermeability towards water. Therefore, it has found application in the field of packaging, building and constructions, electrical and electronics, almost every field of our life. But it results into modern world of life. What it did, because of taking almost 1,000 years of decomposition, it almost litter our landscape, and it also causes our animals to spend their life very short. As well as we are also putting 14 billion pounds of plastics every year in ocean. Then what is the solution? Solution is that because of remarkable usefulness of plastic, probably precludes any serious slowdown in their production. Therefore, we have to find out the substitute of plastic, which have similar properties, but it is biodegradable. And for biodegradability, we should look towards nature. And what nature will give? It gives us answer. Bioplastic. Bioplastic is a biodegradable plastic as well as recycled. Therefore, it makes us think green, make green. And what is bioplastic? Bioplastic is a plastic derived from renewable biomass. That is vegetable oil, corn starch, potato starch, sugar cane, cellulose, microorganism, rather than fossil fuel plastics. And it is biodegradable. When we put biodegradable plastic in nature, it degrades and waste will decompose by microorganism, and this microorganism decompose it and CO2 will liberate it, and the biomass is again used by our industries to produce monomer and biodegradable products. What are the environmental profits for these biodegradable plastics? That is, they have less chemical input, control pollutions, lower energy requirements, as well as they are biodegradable and low cost production is there. Bioplastic basically have starch-based plastic, PLAs, and bioplastics derived from microorganisms or genetically modified organisms like PHAs, as well as bioplastic produced from classical chemical synthesis, which I used in our lab. Basically, polyhydroxyalkanoids are found inside microbial cell wall as carbon and energy source storage. This one is 3-hydroxyalkanoids. Different derivatives are found from different bacteria. Almost 250 different bacteria we have isolated this one. PHAs synthesized in excess carbon conditions as well as low limiting nutrients. They are of two types, short chain length and medium chain length. Short chain length have 3 to 5 carbons, whereas medium chain lengths have 6 to 14 carbons. PHB is the first type of PHAs which have been isolated from bacteria, and it is short length PHA. This one is the bulk production of PHB in a large scale. We put fatty acids along with biomass and it will result into PHB. What are the properties of PHB? Why we use PHB? because it has good thermoplastic material, wide temperature range, crystallinity, lower crystallinity is there, tendency to creep and shrinkage, high melt viscosity and UV resistance. It is also biodegradable via two-way, intracellular and extracellular. Intracellularly via dehydrogenase reactions and extracellularly via depolymerase reactions. Now what I want to do? I want to substitute this R via different group. That type of group includes in this one give different properties. Like bioplastics have tremendous application in biomedical field. If I put here some such type of substituent which have biodegradability as well as multifunctionality like sugar, then this will decompose easily as well as it act as drug carrier. Here I started with D-glucose, simple sugar, you all know about it. Firstly we protect it with the help of acetone and H2SO4. Then we protect this OH group. Either we protect or go with it. This OH group will protect it with phenyl group or as well as methyl group. If this OH is free, then it will also act as a activated point where other substance can attach. After that, we deprotect this one, this group, and found that glycol type of moiety is formed, which undergo oxidation under simple condition per iodide oxidation to get aldehyde. This aldehyde, sugar aldehyde, undergo Ichanov reaction condition to form this monomer. We polymerize this monomer or either we blend it with PHBs so that its property get increased. Then applications of this PHBs, packaging. Packaging, you all know about different fruits and vegetables are packed in polythene. If that polythene is biodegradable, then litter on the landscape will get it down. Catering products like this glass, forks, plates, etc. Gardening like pots, garden pots are there. We use of bioplastic, made up of bioplastic. Then medical products, as I say, drug delivery carriers and chiral monomer as drug. Via introducing sugar, we can get chiral monomer as drug. Then what are the other advantages? Fossil fuel consumption, as you show in this graph, with bioplastic, it is too much less in comparison to petro-based plastics. Other application, carbon dioxide emission in case of typical plastic is directly going into the environment, whereas in case of bioplastic, it further consumed by microorganism because the condition for synthesizing PHB or PHAs is higher concentration of carbon dioxide as well as reducing carbon footprints. Green gas house emission is also very less in case of TPS and PLA based bioplastics. Energy requirement, as you also, with PHA and TPS, it is very much less in comparison to petroleum based plastics. Total water consumption for producing these plastics is also very less in case of bioplastics like PLA and TPS. Therefore, in 1950s, when we got used to plastics in our daily life, we said, wow, plastic lasts forever. But nowadays, as litter is everywhere, so that we can say, plastics leads forever. Bioplastic is a veracity and is a practical tool which save our earth, our efforts and willingness will give it a wider success. Thank you all.